Ritchie's Fabulae Faciles 15:2. In the previous episode, we read and translated from De Hercules down through Consue Whereat. So now we will quickly reprise the translation here and then continue from Herculem through In Spersa Est. About Hercules, these things also, among others, are recounted. Once while he is making a journey, he arrives at the borders of the Egyptians. In that place, a certain king named Busiris was reigning at the time. But this man, very cruel, had developed the habit of burning people alive. Now we continue. Herculem egetur quadripuit et invincula coniecit, tum nuntios dimisit et diem sacrificio edixit, moxea dies appetebat, et omnia rite pardrata sunt. Manus Hercules catenis ferreis vinctae sunt, et molla salsa in caput eis in spersa est. The story continues. Herculem, Hercules, therefore, he, meaning the king Busiris, arrested Hercules and threw him into chains. So we have Herculem in the masculine singular and accusative. It is the object of both quadripuit and of coniecit. Quadripuit is the third singular, perfect indicative active, from the third conjugation verb corrumpo, corrumpere, and coniecit is from conicio, conicere, which is a third conjugation io verb, conieci. So these are both third singular, perfect indicative active verbs. The first one takes Herculem as the object, third singular perfect indicative active, grabbed Hercules, arrested him, and the second one takes Herculem as object, and then we have the prepositional phrase, in vincula. Vincula here will be neuter plural and accusative, threw him into chains. Remember that in takes ablative or accusative, depending on whether the idea of position, location, or direction is meant. Here we have the notion of direction, thus in with the accusative. Then the king dispatched messengers, or sent messengers, and diem edixit, and he decreed a day, or published a day, for the sacrifice. So we start with tum, the temporal adverb, then nuntios, masculine plural and accusative. This is a second declension noun. It's the object of dimisit. This is again a third singular perfect indicative active from dimito, dimitere. He sent away or dispatched messengers, and he edixit, another third singular perfect indicative active, but this one from edico, edicere, third conjugation verb. And he decreed a diem for the sacrifice, sacrificio, neuter singular, and dative. Soon that day, ea dies, the one fixed for sacrifice, soon that day was approaching, was drawing near, appetebat, third singular, and of course imperfect, indicative, and active. This is from the third conjugation verb, appeto and appetere. There's the second principal part, the infinitive, appetere. Soon that day was approaching, and omnia, all things, were prepared. Parata sunt rite, properly, or in the correct manner. Rite is an adverb in the positive degree. We have omnia and pardrata in the neuter plural and nominative. So pardrata sunt, we can treat this as the verb from paro, parare, paravi, and paratus. So this will be, of course, third plural, perfect indicative, and passive. So this is a compound sentence. We have two verbs, appetebat and pardrata sunt, linked by the conjunction et. Now the final sentence. Hercules' hands, manus Hercules, Hercules' hands, catenis ferreis, with iron chains, were bound, vinctae sunt. So manus here is our subject. It's feminine plural and nominative. This is a fourth declension noun, very common noun. Manus, manus, like so, but it's feminine. Now, most fourth declension nouns are masculine, some are feminine, and a very few are neuter. Manus is by far the most common feminine noun of the fourth declension. It's the subject of sunt, and vinctae is its predicate. So vinctae sunt we can take as the third plural, perfect, indicative, and passive from the fourth conjugation verb vincio, Vincere, like so, which means to bind or to tie, to chain up, not to be confused with third conjugation vinco, vincere, which means to conquer. So Hercules' hands, Hercules is masculine singular genitive, were bound catenis ferreis. So this will be feminine, plural, and an ablative of instrument. A catena is a chain. But there's a little more preparation. And mola salsa. So mola salsa is going to be feminine singular and nominative. It's the subject. So salted grain, mola salsa, was sprinkled in spersa est in caput eus, over his head. So caput here, neuter, singular, accusative, object of the preposition in, and eus, of course, will be masculine singular genitive and refer to Hercules. In spersa, third singular, perfect indicative, and passive, the subject is mola, grain. So salted grain was sprinkled on his head. Thank you so much for watching this free video. I hope that you learned a lot about the classical languages and advanced your knowledge and enjoyment. You can help us keep going with this instruction if you like this video and subscribe to the channel. We've had hundreds of thousands of views in the last 9 years, and we would really like to grow our number of subscribers. If you hit the little bell, you will be notified every time we release a brand new free instructional video. You can also check out one of my Latin or Greek courses at LatinPerDiem.com or mossmethod.com. Check the links if you'd like to study Latin and Greek with me directly. So keep learning, and vale tote omnes.